another team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Trojans will boot it away to start the game. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Rutgers Scarlet Knights offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense. Always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll run it from the gun. At midfield, he's got room. Afterburner's coming. Inside the 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rutgers.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the USC Trojans offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock. Old school. Two of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, like, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they got him for the sack. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback. And they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. They need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Scanning the field, it's Jamison. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's first and goal. They're trying to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Handoff to the lone back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Try to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll start this drive with a pass. Time to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting. It's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Jamison. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Off play action. This time he's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Scarlet Knights are on the move. Leaves it with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He makes a grab. They will score. State University of New Jersey. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second, try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They'll run play action. Firing to the right, complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Release to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Lawrence. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Looking to move it through the air. Finds a man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Grabbed in the middle. It's Burton. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. This passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
And he makes the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Memphis. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got his man on the right. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look.
He's going to let it go. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls. And most of the time, I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Give to the running back. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They give it to him again. Smashes through. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking for a deep man. And he's got it inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, there in the shadows of the Hollywood sign, you've been watching quite a drama of your own. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And they'll bring it to the ground after a short gain. On 2nd down, wants to throw it quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Trojans are flying down the field. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends, is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient. Most of the time, that drag route's going to come out.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And the Trojans are threatening in the red zone. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He's got it on the move. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Trojans are threatening on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Skips away from pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, USC! Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
And no doubt, he can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants. He can buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this guy.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Here's the handoff. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Jamison. Fires left. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. But a little time, lets it go. He finds his man. Knocked down for the tackle. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his man in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The Scarlet Knights want to crank the tempo. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The throw. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And that one will put them up here in the second half. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And it's another 1st and 10 play. They'll run it. Powers through the defender. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Burton. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Paul. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a 1st down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you've got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Now the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. Oh, they knock it free. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking downfield, it's Jamison. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The run from the shotgun. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Running back goes in motion. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Trying play action. And there are flags flying as the pass ball's incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on 3rd down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Wiggles free. He's got it and still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Trojans want to move quickly. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now set.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. The 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just
What's happening, bro?
They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabs it in the middle. Ripping through the defense. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
What's happening?
To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse.
2-star?
It's Lawrence. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down.
Y'all already played Texas versus Tennessee.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Oh, wow.
He's looking
So you're like, fuck it.
Caught behind the line. It's Lawrence.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games. We had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He's got an open man. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
DNA. Man.
Wants to throw on first down.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and
We
down
5-5 right now.
Everybody has to be set. They have to
Yeah. Just off some bullshit.
Second down, looking again to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tripped up for the tackle. And the Trojans will hustle to the line.
Man, that drop touchdown. Man, after he dropped that touch.
Shotgun on third down.
Bro.
He makes the catch
When he
in the
dropped that
end zone.
touchdown in the end zone, I knew I wasn't going to win.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions.
Cause it was
Still
a
need
perfect
some good
pass.
things to
Like it wasn't gonna get no more wide open, more perfect than that. And then you just straight up dropped that.
go right to win this football.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And the
Computer
Rutgers
did.
offense heads back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it.
If I'm still with Utah next season, I hope he puts himself back on the schedule.
That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play
I
for
hope
him
somebody
because
puts
you
him
want
on the
opportunity
schedule for me. I'm gonna
throw
call
the
him
ball.
out.
So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us
Yeah,
throw
man.
the football.
Yeah.
It's the defensive job to stop you.
Oh, that look perfect. See Monson opening. Oh, okay.
He wants to throw. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to
So
stop
yeah,
the
I
scoring
was on
opportunity.
the road.
Ball hasn't hit the ground
And
a
y'all
lot
done
for
beat
this
me by
QB.
7
He's
just
already
because
thrown
of that.
14 passes. He saw
He
it
threw
well.
them 2
Wanted to take
touchdowns
another
right up the
shot.
middle on
That
them
time they
streak
just fall
routes.
short with the incompletion, but this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to
Other
defending
than
the
that,
balls in
everything
this
else
game.
was locked up.
Nowhere to run on that one. He defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Jamison. Feeling some heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Really nice
shit.
third down sub defense.
I'm out of there, dog. I got 5.
They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap.
And this shit, and one of them, like, I lost to the computer twice on some bullshit, man.
Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the catch. He gets it in.
It's like this season been wacky.
They add on another one, and they're
Been
about
real
to push their
wacky
record
this
to
season.
5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Yeah, I gotta play
He'll start the return
Sweets,
inside his
and then I gotta play
inside the 20.
Isaac.
And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Scarlet Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead. But touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And the pummeling has started. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this weekend showdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he puts through the extra point.
Mm-hmm. I'm on a long stretch of that too. That's why my next games is Sweets and then Flair. But I had like 6 games in a row of computer. And I got cheated.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Going up top on first down. Coming after him. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good at every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that
So you
good.
say he owed you.
Like when you look that good coming off the bus.